Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market.
He's gone for goal!
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Araujo gets across to intercept that. Hernes. And here's Mbappe. Szoboszlai. That's a cute ball. Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's forced to go back. Played towards the other side. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And it's Seedorf. He's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Botafogo with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. Very nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. Spread out to the left. Nuno Mendes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the pass is intercepted. Saliba is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Szoboszlai. So it is still 0-0. Tries to play it through. It's a... Oh, smashing header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Mbappe, he's got away. Araujo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Looking for options for movement. It's Ibrahimovic! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Now that looks a decent ball. Szoboszlai. Carvajal has it out wide and in space. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Driving forward. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rodri. Bellingham can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, good spread.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
It's run loose here. And it's Rodri. And here's Haaland. Ernest. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the finish! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Szoboszlai has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's the whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Agradecemos a colaboração.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And it's been played through. Haaland! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Ernest. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, super ball. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Ibrahimovic. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Played out to the left flank. Bellingham. Lam. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Bellingham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's free. Shapes to shoot! They've done it! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 22. Camisa 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Vietnam have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Camisa 18. Camisa 4.
Botafogo still chasing a one-goal deficit here.
Teremos uma substituição.
Looking to play him in. Chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Bellingham deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Hullet. Ball's gone out of play.
Substituição.
Vieira. Nice sequence of passes, this.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Substituição em andamento.
Vietnam making consecutive changes here. Nuno Mendes is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. There's no flag! Mendes has it in a wide position, and that should get the job done. So what can they make of this? Aims beyond the defence, and he's managed to get free. Can he finish? It's there! Botafogo back on level terms! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Botafogo grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Botafogo perhaps contemplating their next change here. Hangs one, he's got two! He's scored! And they're back in front! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Bergomi picks it up out wide. That's an excellent interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for...
Tries a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that's a sharp enough swivel, struck first time.
Well, the way the ball sat up, he thought he had a decent chance, and to be honest, so did the rest of us.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. And he plays one through. Now it's Rafael Leao. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, delightful ball. He's tried one! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Maldini. Araujo. Azar. Botafogo finding their passes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Ronaldo gets into a good position.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were...
And a chance!
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
The final seconds now. Now it's Bale. Bale powering forward here. Lovely feet. And he's gone backward here. Oh, that was vital. That's a sharp pass. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Pele. And Hullet! Oh, it's come off the upright. He's having a shot! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Botafogo just...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway.
Well, Peter, you'd have to go a long way to find a defender who works harder than Araujo. So fast and physical.
And we saw that, of course, especially in 2022 in Spanish football's biggest game,
When he scored one of his team.
great chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Tries to get it clear. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. That's the keeper's ball. And it's Lam. Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a searching pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Seedorf. Hernes. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them.
Such good technique.
Rodri. Great vision. Nuno Mendes. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Nicely shaped cross. And he skips past his man, knocks it into space. Can he finish? Goal! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, good-looking ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Probing pass. Oh, that's a key interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Hernes is someone with real dynamite in his boots. This looks promising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. And Seedorf! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's played in. Hernes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Nice interception, well timed. Tries to thread one through. Vinicius Junior is wide and looking to get onto this. And he shoots! And That's a sharp pass. Lam. So what can they make of this?
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now that looks a decent ball. Seedorf picks it up out wide. This their second corner of the game. Lam goes short. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Can he get it through? Szoboszlai. And it's Mendes. Nice bit of trickery. And he's in on goal. Takes a shot. He scores! And this is getting better and better. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Things starting. And a chance! It's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. Oh, beautifully displayed. And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 22.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Camisa 20.
Botafogo can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Camisa 10. Camisa 18.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Araujo, a player who needs no introduction. Botafogo do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Oh, that was vital. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Chips it through. Rodri. Nuno Mendes. Botafogo needing a change of fortune here. Oh, they could break here. And he was alert to it.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then. And
oh, what has happened here? They get a throw in.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 19. Camisa 17.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gullit does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Rafael Leao. Botafogo perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Gullit. Gullit he's had a shot!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Teremos uma substituição.
Vietnam making another change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Alexander-Arnold. And Araujo. Nuno Mendes is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. De Jong. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Can he get on the end of this? Pelé. He's in a great... And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Threads one in. Tries to pass it through. Hit into the middle.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Short changes him with that pass.
Botafogo really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Botafogo are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now there's a fine ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Mendes. De Jong. Played out wide. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. The ball goes... Terrific header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Maldini. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Foram indicados 2
De Jong
segundos de
spots it
acréscimo.
and intercepts. Vitinha powering forward here. Pedri. Pedri. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a pretty loose pass. Looking tidy in possession here. Can he get it through? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bellingham. Knocks it into space. Shifted it to the flank. And he's taking no chances there. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking to play him in. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Mbappe. He's cut it out.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Seedorf. And Seedorf! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Botafogo with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Takes the shot! Rodri is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Ball driven towards... He gets big! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Neither side yet able to find the net. Botafogo finding their passes. Ernest. Mbappe. Rummenigge always looking for that half a chance. Vinicius Junior. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Soboslai. And here's Haaland. Strokes it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Bellingham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for the run. This looks promising. He has found the way through. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mendes goes on a charge down the left. Saliba. Szoboszlai. And it's Rodri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. Played out towards the right wing. It's Seedorf. Now that's well seen too. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Nuno Mendes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. Rummenigge. Messi. Vinicius Junior.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Alexander-Arnold.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Quality ball. He's got away. And he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substituição.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Shoots! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred.
Botafogo couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Rodri can so cleverly bypass the press. No way through. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And it's Szoboszlai. The message is clear, none shall pass. Maldini clears.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Seedorf. Now it's Mbappe. Driving forward. And he's managed to get free. And Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Camisa 20, camisa 10, camisa 21, camisa 19, camisa 9. Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Van Dijk
camisa
tries to
4.
clear.
Camisa 26.
And now they can spring out of defence.
7. Camisa 14. Camisa 11.
Nuno Mendes.
Ronaldinho. Substituição em andamento.
Great vision. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Chance, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Vietnam have their second corner now.
Teremos uma substituição.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
De Jong is the team's great visionary. Now it's Bale, and now the breakaway, played back into the centre. Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, there's plenty to...
Could be danger here! No way through, so back it comes. Well read, and the danger is averted. That is a great pick out. Oh, he's busted! Bale! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's made its way to him. Now it's Bale. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. "1-0 as we head towards the end. Passes coming off in quick succession here. The final 5 minutes. Tries to play it through. De Jong. Alexander-Arnold. Threads one in. Delivers with whip. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Desperate defending required here. Alexander-Arnold with the short one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Time added on 4 minutes. Looking for options for movement. Now the delivery. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ronaldinho. And they can counter here. Thinks one through. He's in plenty of space here. Lovely bit of skill. Now the ball in. Climbs up big! And that may well be that. That is that. Botafogo have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.